You overthink, you talk to yourself constantly, you procrastinate until the last minute, then somehow pull off brilliant work. Sound familiar? Here's what most people don't realize. These aren't character flaws. They're actually signs of a highly intelligent mind operating on a completely different frequency than everyone else. If you recognize even half of these 12 strange habits in yourself, science suggests you might be far more intelligent than you ever realized. Let's dive in. First up, you talk to yourself constantly. You rehearse arguments that'll never happen. You narrate basic tasks like you're on a cooking show. You whisper, "Where the hell is it?" while looking for your phone. It looks weird from the outside, but here's what's actually happening. Your brain is thinking out loud. Dr. Gary Lupien from the University of Wisconsin conducted research showing that people who engage in self-talk demonstrate superior problem-solving abilities and enhanced focus. When you verbalize your thoughts, you're activating multiple brain regions simultaneously, creating stronger neural pathways for memory and decision-making. Einstein reportedly mumbled to himself constantly while working through physics problems. You're not crazy, you're conducting a staff meeting with your brain, and science says that's a sign of superior cognitive processing. Number 2, you overthink everything to an almost paralyzing degree. You'll say thanks instead of thank you, then replay that moment in your head for 3 days, wondering if you sounded weird. Your brain runs scenarios nonstop, analyzes every detail, and stress tests conversations like it's prepping for court. Most people see overthinking as anxiety, but research from Harvard Medical School suggests something different. Chronic overthinkers consistently score higher on pattern recognition tests and complex problem-solving assessments. While others make quick, surface-level decisions, your brain is running mental simulations like a supercomputer. You're processing multiple variables, potential outcomes, and interconnected consequences that others simply don't see. Your overthinking isn't a bug. It's a feature of a high-performance mind. Habit 3 might surprise you. You're messy and disorganized. Your desk looks like a tornado hit it. Your room has that lived-in look that would make Marie Kondo weep. But here's what science says about your chaos. Dr. Kathleen Vose from the University of Minnesota published research in psychological science showing that people in messy environments generate significantly more creative and innovative ideas than those in tidy spaces. The researchers concluded that disorderly environments inspire departure from tradition and encourage embracing new, unconventional approaches. Your messy desk is actually a physical manifestation of creative process. It's a landscape of serendipity where a half-read book, a scribbled note, and a 3-day-old coffee mug can collide to spark a novel thought. Einstein once said, "If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk a sign?" Number 4, you're a night owl who stays up late for absolutely no reason. It's 2 a.m., you're wide awake, and you have no logical explanation for why you're not sleeping. Society tells us early birds get the worm, but science suggests the worm of wisdom is more often caught by night owls. Research from the London School of Economics found a clear correlation. People with higher IQs are significantly more likely to be nocturnal. This connects to the Savannah IQ interaction hypothesis. Intelligence evolved to deal with evolutionarily novel situations. For thousands of years, human activity was dictated by sunrise and sunset. Being active at night was novel. Night owls consistently outperform early birds on tests of abstract thinking, creativity, and problem solving. Darwin, Churchill, and Mozart were all chronic night owls. You're not running on a broken sleep schedule. You're operating on genius time. Habit 5. You question everything instinctively. Well, rules don't sit well with you, especially when they seem pointless. Someone says, "That's just how it's done," and your brain immediately goes into rebellion mode. You're not trying to be difficult, you just don't do blind obedience. Research from Yale University indicates that people who consistently challenge conventional wisdom score significantly higher on measures of analytical thinking and cognitive flexibility. Your brain is wired to seek logical consistency rather than social conformity. When you question rules, you're engaging in what psychologists call cognitive debiasing. Every major breakthrough in science, technology, and social progress came from someone who refused to accept that's just how things are. Your instinct to question isn't disrespect, it's intellectual courage. Number 6, you get emotionally attached to abstract concepts. You feel genuinely upset when someone misuses logic, violates principles of fairness, or abuses the word literally. Ideas don't just entertain you. They pull you in, shake you up, and leave you replaying them like arguments that never happened. Research from Stanford University suggests that highly intelligent people often form strong emotional bonds with abstract concepts like justice, truth, and logical consistency. When these principles are violated, it doesn't just register as wrong, it feels personally offensive. Dr. Jonathan Haidt's research shows that people with higher cognitive ability have more complex moral frameworks. This emotional investment in abstract principles is what philosophers call moral intensity, and it's strongly correlated with both intelligence and creativity. You don't just know what's right, you feel it in your core. Habit 7. You prefer written communication over phone calls. You'll craft a beautifully worded email but dodge a phone call like it's a surprise test you forgot to study for. Spoken words rush by, written ones wait for you to get them right. Research from MIT shows that highly intelligent people often prefer asynchronous communication because it allows for more precise thought organization and reduces cognitive load from real-time social processing. Think of it as the difference between improv and architecture. Talking is improv. You have to respond immediately. Writing is architecture. You can plan, revise, and perfect your communication. Your preference for writing isn't antisocial behavior. It's optimizing for the kind of deep, precise communication that your mind naturally gravitates toward. Number 8. You have intense reactions to injustice and hypocrisy. You see someone cheat the system and your whole jaw tenses like it's bracing for impact. You witness unfairness and feel it physically. This isn't just moral outrage, it's a sign that your value system runs deeper than most. Research from Northwestern University indicates that people with higher emotional intelligence and cognitive ability show stronger physiological responses to moral violations. Smart people often develop complex ethical frameworks through years of thinking about fairness, justice, and human behavior. This moral sensitivity is linked to what psychologists call justice sensitivity, a trait that correlates with both intelligence and empathy. You don't just see what's wrong, you feel who it's hurting. Your intense reactions aren't overreactions. They're the appropriate response of a mind that takes ethics seriously. Habit 9. You need extensive alone time to recharge after social interactions. After a party, some people want an after party. You want noise-canceling headphones and a locked bathroom. That's not rudeness. That's mental maintenance. Research from the University of Rochester shows that highly intelligent individuals often have lower satisfaction with frequent social contact because their brains process social information more deeply and thoroughly. While others engage in surface-level social interaction, you're analyzing subtext, reading micro-expressions, and processing multiple layers of communication simultaneously. This deep social processing is mentally exhausting. Your alone time isn't isolation. It's when your mind can finally operate at full capacity without external demands. Many of history's greatest thinkers required extensive alone time to produce their best work. Number 10. You procrastinate extensively, then perform brilliantly under pressure. You had 2 weeks to complete a project, started 2 hours before the deadline, and somehow still crushed it. This pattern repeats so consistently that you've started to wonder if you're secretly a masochist. But research from the University of Pennsylvania suggests that intelligent procrastinators aren't just lazy, they're using delay as an incubation period. Dr. Adam Grant's studies show that moderate procrastination can actually enhance creativity by allowing the subconscious mind to work on problems while the conscious mind is occupied elsewhere. Leonardo da Vinci took 16 years to finish the Mona Lisa. You're not broken, you're just cooking with mental jet fuel on a 5-minute timer. Habit 11. You make jokes that nobody else gets. You drop a perfectly crafted pun or clever observation, and you're met with blank stares and awkward silence. Meanwhile, you're internally cracking up at your own brilliance, while everyone else wonders if you're speaking in code. Research published in Cognitive Processing found that people who appreciate and create complex humor, wordplay, dark irony, abstract connections, score significantly higher on both verbal and nonverbal IQ tests. Creating good humor requires pattern recognition communication, linguistic mastery, social intelligence, and abstract thinking. A 2017 Austrian study found that people who most appreciated dark humor scored highest on IQ tests and showed the lowest levels of aggression. Your jokes aren't falling flat because they're bad. They require cognitive sophistication to appreciate. Keep dropping those cerebral zingers. Finally, habit 12. You build elaborate systems you never actually follow. You create detailed organizational frameworks, design intricate workflows, and construct comprehensive plans, then promptly ignore them all. You have a Notion dashboard with more features than NASA's mission control, but you still eat cereal at 2 p.m. wondering where the day went. This isn't laziness. It's a sign of what researchers call systematic intelligence. Your brain gets genuine pleasure from designing systems and creating elegant solutions. The thrill is in the architecture, not the execution. Research from Cambridge University suggests this behavior indicates high cognitive ability combined with creative thinking. Your mind is like a city planner, not a construction worker. Your unused systems aren't failures. They're evidence of a mind that thinks systematically and can envision better ways of doing things. So there you have it. 12 strange habits that actually reveal high intelligence. If you recognized yourself in most of these behaviors, congratulations. Your brain is operating at a higher frequency than you probably realize. These aren't flaws to fix or quirks to hide. They're features of an intelligent mind navigating a world that often doesn't understand how it works. Your overthinking isn't anxiety, it's thoroughness. Your messiness isn't laziness, it's creativity. Your need for solitude isn't antisocial behavior, it's mental maintenance. Understanding these patterns can be incredibly liberating. Instead of feeling weird or broken, you can recognize these habits as signs of cognitive sophistication. You're operating with a different kind of mental software, and that's actually remarkable. Hit that subscribe button if you want more content that takes complex psychological research and makes it practically useful. And let me know in the comments, which of these habits hit closest to home for you? Remember, in a world that often rewards conformity, your weird habits might just be your greatest strength.